Hi everyone, it's David from TackleShare. My GoPro malfunctioned a bit during the opening sequence, so I'm voicing over, but today is all about northern pike. The record fish wall behind me has the big three fish on the upper left, the tiger muskie, the northern pike, and the muskie. And today's video in our Fishing Species 101 series is all about the northern pike. Okay, so I'm all set up here up top. So let's go over some key identification features of the northern pike. So it's got a torpedo shape. You can see it's long like a torpedo with a very long head. So you can see relative to other fish that kind of have a short stocky head, northern pike have a long head. It has dark green to olive green all along it. The back is a little darker than the sides. It's a beautiful color with white oval spots. So you see the oval spots all along its side. They're horizontal. They vary in different sizes, but they're all the same direction. And then it has a forked tail with rounded lobes. So fork in the tail, fork, and then rounded lobes. The last identification features to differentiate it are very large teeth, very sharp. Wouldn't want to get my finger stuck in them while I'm getting the hook out. And typically 5 pores under each side of the lower jaw. So it doesn't show up here, but if I was to look underneath here, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pores on each side underneath the jaw. For habitat, northern pike prefer shallow, weedy bays in the spring and fall and deeper water in the summer. So this is the time of year where you're going to find them in weedy bays as we get into fall and the water cools off. But in the summer when the water's warmer, they're going to go deeper into the water column to stay cool. They can be found in lakes, rivers, and streams. For spawning patterns, they spawn in April or May when water temperatures reach 4 to 11 degrees Celsius. So temperature you wouldn't want to be swimming in, but that's when they're going to spawn. They spawn during the day in marshy areas or heavily vegetated bays, and often in water less than 1 feet deep. So very close to the water edge, but definitely where there's lots of vegetation to hide their eggs and themselves. Females lay an average of 9,000 eggs per pound of body weight. So a 10-pound fish, female fish would lay 9,000 eggs times 10, 90,000. Their eggs usually hatch in 12 to 14 days, but can vary depending on water temperature, and females mature at age 3 or 4. So if you see a spawning female, she's at least 3 or 4 years old. For their diet, they feed very aggressively, eating almost anything they can ingest, including fish, frogs, crayfish, muskrats, and ducklings. So for age and size, they can grow up to 10 to 12 years in southern Ontario, up to 24 to 26 years of age in far north populations. So they grow at a slower rate up north, but they can get to an older age. They're usually 12 to 36 inches long, and the Ontario Angler Award minimum length is 30 inches if you want to submit for that award. And this one that we're looking in front of us is 42.12 pounds. So a 42-pound northern pike is a big fish. And lastly, if you want to go out and catch northern pike along with TackleShare, here are some fishing tips. They may be caught in open water and through the ice, so they're a great fish to target in ice fishing season as well. Try casting or trolling with big spoons or plugs. So casting from the shoreline or trolling with big spoons or plugs behind a boat. You can use large spinnerbaits and crankbaits along weed lines and drop-offs. So they like to be around vegetation. And bring a net, because as I mentioned, and some pliers, because if you have to take the hook out of a fish, doesn't matter if it's smaller than this, they're going to have very sharp teeth, and you want to make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself or the fish when you're removing the hook. So that's it for all about northern pike. Stay tuned for more videos on other species, and please subscribe to the channel, and we're going to have a lot more content over the next few weeks. Take care.